Welcome back, rum friend. Today I have yet another brand new rum cocktail. This is number 17 now on my quest to make 100 brand new rum cocktails for a wider mission that we'll talk about later in 26, maybe 2027. It might keep you hanging. This cocktail is this is definitely not your sort of typical juice forward rum cocktails. I'm not saying it hasn't got flavours in there. We've got like apricot, we've got elderflower going on in there. We've got a bit of pear. So it's that kind of flavour profile, but without it being juice heavy. I wouldn't call it tiki, I wouldn't call it tropical. It's just my kind of fun blend of faff-free and flipping tasty sort of cocktails. So if you like the sound of that, A, keep watching, and B, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of my future rum creations. Right, this cocktail I've called Pear Pressure. That might be the best name I've come up with yet. I like that. Instead of Peer Pressure, Pear Pressure. Get it? Sorry. I'm terrible at naming cocktails, but I'm getting better. So we start off with our rum. Remember, I kind of, two things here. I build out the sour element first, the rum sour, so rum citrus sugar. That's how I create all my cocktails. Then second thing, I'll talk you through the ingredients after I've made the cocktail. So if you haven't got these ingredients, you can kind of have a rough idea of how you could recreate it. So first ingredient, 45 ml of my aged rum blend. Going to complement that with some lime juice, 30 ml, 1 ounce of that. And then just a teeny tiny bit of sugar syrup. I just need 5 ml just to balance out all the other flavors that are coming. All right, so just 5 ml of a 2-to-1 sugar syrup. Right, so sour element done. Let's build this cocktail out with some flavors. First up, some pear syrup or pear puree. Remember, I'm going to give you alternatives just in case you haven't got. Oh, I haven't got a pear syrup. We can sort of work through this a little bit. 15 ml, half an ounce. Remember, my cocktail recipes are more about inspiration of what you can do as opposed to follow this recipe exactly. You know, I want to be here to kind of guide you to create brand new cocktails using flavor combinations. That's what I'm all about. So just because you might not have a direct replacement or a direct, like exactly the same ingredient, we're here to work through it. And then just to sort of accompany the pear, which I think is great, we've got bartender ketchup here, elderflower liqueur, just 10 ml of Saint-Germain, and then possibly my favourite liqueur that I have here, and I would use it in every single cocktail. I'm very conscious not to use it that often, otherwise it will just become the apricot and the guava channel. But as far as apricot liqueurs go, 10 ml Luxardo apricots. There is one more ingredient coming. It's just plain soda water. So I'm just going to kind of give this a good old shake up and then we'll serve it. Now it's time to give a good shout out to Urban Bar that kind of gift me all my cocktail shakers. Fantastic cocktail shakers. The glassware, this is the Fluid 1920 glass. There'll be a discount code in the description below at 15% off your first 5 purchase. UK, Europe, US, you name it. So we're just going to strain this, and then we've got soda water to come, as I say, and then we'll make the cocktail look sexy. That is so light, it's so floral, it's got my favourite kind of flavour combination in there. Apricot, I love apricot. The soda water, I put about 45 ml of soda water in there. And it just, you've got a slight effervescence in there, posh word, bubbles, but it just lifts the cocktail just ever so slightly, along with that sort of sour element, so the rum, citrus, sugar. That is beautiful. It's a touch of elderflower, touch of apricot. They both work beautifully with pear. Pear is such an underrated ingredient as well. I flipping love it, especially in rum cocktails. Pear daiquiris, absolutely adore it. Honestly, that is another way. Again, it's my favourite because I've got it in my hands, but I like 17 cocktails in, I'm going to struggle to pick out my favourite so far. I really am. But let's talk you through the ingredients so you can kind of mimic or replicate using ingredients that you've got. So first off, rum. So this is my what I call aged rum blend from Dropworks. Dropworks, biggest rum distillery in Europe. They are based here in the UK. I've got a massive passion project with them as well. As much as I love Cubey, I also love to support local and British, and they're doing some fantastic things. So this is actually just a blend of barrel drop, dark drop, with a touch of funk drop in there. You can see the ABV of that, 43.8%. That's what it comes out to. So, you know, all rums are different, but look at this. I'd probably go more Appleton 8-year-old. Slightly higher ABV, slightly more sort of rum notes to it than your typical sort of Appleton Signature or your Mount Gay Eclipse or those sort of things. But, you know, it's that funk drop just gives it a lovely little bit of extra rumminess. It's a great blend. Right, the pear syrup, look, I talk about Real a lot. You know, the regular viewers will know that, yes, I'm in a partnership with Real and Finest Call, the same people, ABM. Been using them a long time, like well over a decade now. I think they are the best syrups that are sort of half purees because they've got an unbeatable fruit content in there for a syrup. 40% of this bottle is 100% fruit pureed down. Okay, so it's not concentrates, it's not, you know, juices or anything like that. It's actually fruit puree, and they work with all the farmers, so they're buying the best fruit they can. So everyone else that comes along is probably getting the second best. Creating pear liqueurs would probably be, if you're going to have pear, you've probably got a pear liqueur, which is going to do the same sort of flavour profile. You just need to balance adjust your sugars. So if you are going to use a pear liqueur, then you might need to just bump that with an extra 10 ml of like a 2-to-1 sugar syrup, or just make your own pear syrup. But UK, US, really easy to get. Let's go to the apricot next. Look, everyone's got their own favourites. I first tasted this, I'm going to say 6 years ago now. So I'm going to say over COVID, 2020. And I just instantly fell in love then. It's incredible apricot liqueur. I'm a big, massive Giffard, the Posh Giffard fans. Absolutely adore them. The Giffard, so the apricot would be the Abricot de Roussillon. Incredible stuff. Like, really good. But I tasted this and I was just like, wow. Absolutely wow. When do we get that in the UK? So scroll forward like 5-6 years later. As of the end of February 2026, it was now a UK product. It's steadily making its way out there, but I can't say for sure for the US, but you can 100% get a Giffard Apricot de Roussillon. They're a lot better than your apricot liqueurs, your standard apricot liqueurs. They're just phenomenal stuff. And I love stone fruit anyway. So apricots, peaches, mango, nectarines would be my ultimate, but apricot, oh my god. And then probably lastly, the Saint-Germain doesn't need any explaining. We just call it bartender ketchup from like early 2000s. That's when it got that nickname. I don't know where that nickname came from, but it just did the rounds in every single bar. It was just this one thing, this whole new world of liqueurs. Saint-Germain sort of spearheaded that. You know, kind of like at the same time as Chambord sort of became popular as well, but it just became known as bartender ketchup. Whatever normal cocktail you create, daiquiris, margaritas, all those sort of things, gin Collins, you know, well, let's add a bit of Saint-Germain, make it taste better. So that's where it kind of came from. Bartender ketchup, add it to your cocktails. It just makes your cocktails taste better. But bearing in mind the flavour profile of that, so pear, apricot, elderflower, how would you tweak this recipe? I'm always interested to read the comments. Like, what rums would you use? There's a big shout out here for white and aged rum would be absolutely fantastic in that as well. You know, so what rums would you use? I would probably advise against Jamaican in that. I don't think Jamaican would suit that, or an agricole might. I probably wouldn't go that way. I don't know. Have a little play. But ingredient swaps, tweak swaps, you're looking at ingredient and think, oh, that would work really well in there. Let me know in the comments below. As I said earlier, if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more rum cocktails, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And right up on screen now, if you're watching this like 4 days later after I've published, will be recipe number 18. If you're watching this live, I'll put another different recipe up there that you may have already seen, but if you haven't, watch it, because it'll be another flipping tasty rum cocktail. Cheers, see you in the next one.